Good evening, folks, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Last week, we got all of the towers and finally turned in some orbs. This week, we're gonna do some important stuff. Fuff. On how many Breath of the Wilds I've done. Will you reach dinosaur stream length, though? I mean, there's so much to do in this game, so maybe. There's so much to do in this game, so maybe. Who knows? Alright, so I warped here thinking that this was the place I needed. It turns out I am wrong and a fool. We actually need to go out toward the, Moblin boot camp place. Yeah, oh my god, I'm stupid. It's right here. It's right here, the forest. I need to go to the forest. We're gonna get something very important today. Very important. Foff, Ozzy, I'm a fool. My internet dropped stream for a second. Ozzy is such a fool, my internet broke. It's true, I'm a foolie. Superevio, teleporting. Startable shelf. There were 17 parts total of Okami, if I'm remembering. This is part 15 of Breath of the Wild. There were 15, like, real Okami videos, and then, like, 2 really short side videos. One of them was for that stupid, Hiragana challenge in the big city. And then one of them was, hey guys, look at the karmic transformations that you get on a New Game Plus. Superevio says teleporting, and Foff says, is that where you watch television with a pig king? Yeah, we're just gonna, like, play A Link to the Past and pull up a TV and ask Ganon if he wants to watch the big game. I've never played a football in my life. Or been interested in playing a football in my life, but we're gonna ask Ganon if he wants to watch it. Maybe he'll say yes, who knows. So we gotta follow this path to get to the forest. Foff holds up a football. Is this sport? Superevio, happy box with the pig king. You know, as you do. Peko, sports ball. Up, up, up. We've got, like, spooky lights. Lost Woods. Alright, I believe we have to follow the torches. Startable shelf. Ah. We in the Lost Woods. Foff. Pupper! That was a naughty wolf, but then he left me alone. It's fine. Foff. We had to play so much netball in high school and it hurt my hands every time I caught the ball. Startable shelf. Favorite sport is dodgeball, but I don't really play sports like that these days. I am not a sports person. Mostly because sports equipment like to hit me in the face, like, all the time. came from that one. So... I see one up there, but is it too far away? Okay, never mind, we're good. A torch, huh? I think I have a torch, actually. Wrong button. Yeah. Off on sports equipment hitting in the face. Oh, mood. I got a soccer ball to the face once and knocked me over. It was kicked so hard. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to think what sports equipment specifically hit me in the face. I think I got like an American football in the eye. Like it was one of like softer like kiddie ones, but still in the eye. And I took a basketball to the chest, and that was fun. Where am I supposed to go now? Because, like, the fires are blowing this way. So maybe I need to follow the sparks? You look like a monster. Startable shelf. Sorry that happened. I got a basketball to the face once. Fun. I hope I'm still going the right way. Right to me. I honestly did not expect to make it the first time, if I'm quite honest. Oh man, Koroks everywhere. I found them. Oh, hello. Huh? You? Could it be? You're Mr. Hero! Mr. Hero is here! The mushroom on my head suddenly sprouted today, so I knew something was up. It was a prediction that you'd come. I think. Now then, the Korok trials await. Wait, you haven't even touched the sword yet. What are you waiting for? You've got to go to the sword first. I'll tell you about the Korok trials once you've taken care of that. But I hear a shrine. I thought I did. Aw, they've got, like, beds and everything. They've got beds and a store full of mushrooms. All kinds of mushrooms. And, like, I know truffles are mushrooms, but, and truffles. Arrows and radishes and wheat and sugar. Sortable shelf. I love this song. One of my favorites in the game. Mint. Sword. Alright, fine, I'll touch the sword. Sheesh. Nerds. Whoa, he's finally here. I've been waiting so long. Go on then, go to the sword. No, I want free mushrooms to climb trees. Alright, fine, I'll touch the sword. It's the biggest reason I'm here anyway. So, here it is. The Master Sword herself. Everyone say hi. Aw, geez, do I have room? I totally don't. Oh my god. I can probably afford to drop this. Or this. Do I have a picture of the harpoon? Okay. I got pictures of both, so it's fine. I'll pick up the claymore. Vera Pecco, Master Sword. Get rid of those pleb weapons or you can't get me. Hey! I think she's nicer than that. Come on now. Alright, so... Sortable shelf. I think it automatically adds space for the Master Sword. We'll see after I grab it.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
No pressure or nothing.
Who is that? Did I doze off again? Well. It's you. You finally decided to return. Better late than never. After 100 years, I'd nearly given up hope on seeing you again. Even my patience has limits, you know. That look on your face tells me that you have no recollection of me, however. I have watched over Hyrule since time immemorial. Many have referred to me over the ages as the Deku Tree. That is the weapon created by the ancient goddess. The sword that seals the darkness that only the chosen knight can wield against the Calamity Ganon. Believe it or not, it was actually you who wielded that sword 100 years ago. But I must warn you to take extreme caution. The sword stands as a test to anyone who would dare attempt to possess it. As you are now, I cannot say whether you are worthy or not. If you sought to free the sword in any sort of weakened state, you would surely lose your life where you stand. Best of luck, young one.
If you hope to pull the sword from its resting place, you must use your true strength. Let us see whether or not you currently possess said power. So, you're just gonna let all your little Koroks laugh at me after all that? No pressure, right? Yeah, the sword might kill you. No pressure, though, Link. Sortable Shelf. This cutscene is better with the Majora's Mask on. Vera Pecco. It's the Great Miku Tree. The voice wasn't robot enough. Anyway, we should have enough hearts for this, so let's give it a go. Yes!
Your master will come for you. Until then, you shall rest safely here. Although the slumber of restoration will most certainly deprive him of his memories, please trust me when I say that I know he will arrive before you yet again.
If I may be so bold, what is it that you are planning to do next, Princess?
The Master Sword. I heard it speak to me. It seems that my role is unfinished. There is still something I must do.
I sense there is great strength in your dedication.
Great Deku Tree, I ask of you, when he returns, can you please relay this message? Tell him
Now then, words intended for him would sound much better in the tones of your voice, don't you think?
Yes.
What you just saw happened where you stand 100 years ago. After you were separated from the sword, the princess thought to bring it here, where she knew that it would be safe under my watch. She continues to fight, trapped deep within the confines of Hyrule Castle. Her heart cascades with faith that you will return. She has a smile like the sun. I would do much to feel its warmth upon me once again.
Legendary sword that seals the darkness. Its blade gleams with a sacred luster that can oppose the calamity. Only a hero chosen by the sword itself may wield it. Sortable Shelf. Yeah! Vera Pecco, you did it. You're God. Sortable Shelf. Oh, look, it's that end part from the 2016 trailer. That blade has a name. It is the Master Sword. When used against Calamity Ganon or those tainted by his malice, it will become suffused with holy light. At such times, the true power of the sword will manifest, but be warned, do not rely too much on its power. If you wield it without need, its power will be exhausted, and it will no longer be of use to you. Should this happen, you must wait for the sword to recover. It would be rash to rely on this sword alone to defeat Ganon. I suggest you free the divine beast before facing him. Oh, yep, it gets its own slot. Hallelujah. So, the Master Sword doesn't break, but if you overuse it, it does need to be recharged. I like that the scabbard just sort of automatically appeared as well. That's hilarious. And there's a shrine here. Let's go in. So that I don't have to do the maze thing every time I want to visit the Koroks. Yay! Oh, thank goodness, it's just a puzzle. Kyorug. I accept your trial. Fateful stars. Look to the stars for guidance. The constellations are the key. Alright, so these look like patterns. We have 4 orbs. Sortable shelf. Oh gosh, this was the shrine I hated most when I first played. I'm sure we'll get it. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big stars over there. 2 big stars here. 1 very big star there. Okay. So those are very big stars. There's only a couple. I'm guessing I need to line up like the big stars or the stars in common or something. But it has been a very long time. Not really an easy way to do this, I suppose. Because I only have 4 orbs. I was gonna say maybe that big one, like, ties everything together, but it kind of really doesn't. I don't want to overthink it, though. So, like... Alright. You over here. So that's a very big star. Maybe this goes up here. Wait. Ah, I see. Okay. Fear Becco, I feel faint, traumatic memories looking at this? Okay. Okay. I think I get it. Maybe. Okay, so this has one big star. And it's the first constellation. So we're gonna put it in the one orb. This has 3 big stars, so we have to put this orb in socket 3. That has 1 big star, so that's going in 1. And this has a bunch. 1, 2. It's got 2 really big stars. So I think that this needs to go in slot 2. Okay, that was incorrect. Maybe it wants all of the big stars. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, if I do all of the big stars, I think it's 5. Okay, that's not quite right either. But I think that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, maybe it doesn't want super big. Maybe it just wants medium. Okay. Okay, there's... 2. Medium big stars. That has 1, that much is clear. That has 3. Because if it wants little stars, I don't know if there's enough. It might be little stars. It's something to do with a number of stars per constellation. Is what it is. How many little stars? Too many, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, too many for it to be the little stars. Okay, maybe this one is 3. After all. 3. Maybe. Jeez, I don't know. Can't be little stars. It's got to be the bigger ones. So this is 3 stars, 1 star. So it's just the stuff over here that I've got to worry about. There's like a really big star and then 2 smaller stars, so I'm gonna try 3 over here as well. Okay, no. No. Oh, there's even more constellations over here. In the back. I don't know what these are supposed to do for me, but... Oh! Oh, I gotta count these ones. Haha, I'm dumb. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the small one. Okay. It had nothing to do with the number of stars at all. So rude. Alright. Next set. Okay. Let's do those guys over there. They're kind of weird looking. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3 of those? 3 of those. Yeah, 3 of those. 1 of the weird antler looking set and 2 of the long set. Okay, so that's already in 3. Antler looking set has 1.
Yup.
And this one has 2. Yes! It was counting the whole time. It was counting, but alright. I did your math lesson, are you happy? Oh good, I can start getting stamina back. Local monk teaches idiot hero to do math. Sortable shelf. Nice, I had to look this up, I was stuck on it for so long. If I had found this shrine any later in the night, I would have been too. Chosen one. Oh god, now what do you want? The hero called Link. You are now ready to test the limits of your courage. Oh god, I don't know about that. Heed the great Deku Tree's words at the sacred place, the Korok Forest. Do so, and a glorious trial will be bestowed upon you. I don't know about any glorious trials. Ah, God. Is this the Master Sword quest? Where you make it super strong? I don't know if I'm... You! You! Shalaka! It's you! We meet again! What's with the silent treatment? Don't you remember me? I'm the musician of Korok Forest, Hestu. Sortable shelf. Is this the DLC? I mean, yeah, it's, I guess, DLC chunk. But oh god, I don't know if I'm ready. I'm impressed you found your way to the Lost Woods and made it here, so have you brought me any Korok seeds? I sure hope so. Oh my god. Take them. Why would I skip the Hestu dance? Da 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 da. Bows. I'm always finding more bows. God, that's so many. Yeah, take it. I can always carry more junk. I don't have enough. Can I expand shields yet? Okay, yeah, do it. I may as well spend my Korok seeds while I'm here. then. Bye-bye. So, Hestu will be here forever. Apparently I need to talk to you, Mr. Tree. Again. A voice beckoned you here, I see, so the time has come. I'll tell you all I know about the arduous trial that awaits you. The sword has yet to realize its true splendor. The trials shall test your courage to ensure you are worthy of it. It's the trial of the sword. It will challenge you as you've never been challenged before. I do love the little, like, Korok plays, though. They're precious. All your weapons will be sealed away. Oh, no. God, I hate this. I lost my eyes to see me. You seem willing to take on this challenge. Me staring at him with a mask. Are we doing it automatically? I don't know if I'm down for that. Alright. What do you have to say, tiny friend? Are you the hero? Could it be? Welcome to the forest. You're much cooler looking than I thought you would be. I prepared a trial for you. Okay. Okay, this guy wants to see an ice rod. Which I don't have. I had one for a while, but I had to drop it. The Korok trials. You need to visit all the shrines in Korok Forest so you can be considered a grown-up. I've done it, so has Hestu, and him over there, and her too, and even the Great Tanker Tree has done it. Okay, that last part was a lie. He's pretty rooted. In the Southwest Forest, tried the Second Sight. In the Northwest Forest, the Lost Pilgrimage. Trial 3. In the Eastern Forest, the Test of Wood. You can overcome the Korok trials, you can overcome anything. We also prepared wonderful prizes. Yeah, sure, okay. Let me just accept every side quest while I'm here. It's Mr. Hero! Mr. Hero came to visit us in the forest! What took you so long? Peaks thought of a trial that will make Mr. Hero stronger. You won't have to fight, it's not scary. I want to see a bloopy. It's a blue glowy hoppy thing that glows in the dark, about Peak size. I just really want to see one, even if it's just a picture. Okay. I don't know if I... God. The legendary rabbit trial. Do you think it will count if I show him the Lord of the Forest? I want to see. Okay, it doesn't count. Darn. Alright. It's a shame that talking to these Koroks doesn't give me free Korok seeds. God. I don't know if I'm ready. I found you. Give me a Korok seed. Trial of sneaking up on small birds. Sortable shelf. I love the Koroks. I loved them in Wind Waker, and I love them in this game. They're adorable. They're precious. These woods are actually really nice, honestly. Oh man, lots of chickaloo nuts. Alright guys, do we want to do the Trials of the Master Sword? Or do we want to, like, just explore the Lost Woods instead? Without making ourselves cry. I mean, a Master Sword that doesn't need to take breaks to recharge would be pretty cool, but at the same time, it's like, am I ready? I only have 13 hearts. Who knows? Also, it's weird to me that there's not like a goddess statue hanging around, unless there is and I've just missed it. Sorry, I didn't mean to run you over. Sortable shelf. I think it would be better if you explored instead, unless you're really feeling it. Fiora Pekka, do the trials. Do the trials. You're just telling me to do the trials because you didn't do the trials. Because we didn't have the DLC then. Gosh. Fiora Pekka. Oh, that's what they are. I'll leave that to you. Wow, thanks. It's the DLC Master Sword Trials. We'll give them a shot, and if we die horribly, then... like, more than usual, then we'll just get on with our day. Wait for me. I'll be back, sword. Oh, jeez, I'm running around in my underpants. To the Blade's chosen hero, in the name of Goddess Hylia, I offer trial of the sword. You presently lack the power necessary to wield the true splendor of the Master Sword. You must fortify your mind, body, and soul by eradicating all obstacles that appear in this realm. In this illusory realm of sacred mystery, anything can happen. All that you obtain here will be lost upon your return to the reality you know. Chosen hero of the Master Sword, overcome the trial of the sword and claim the blade's true splendor. Alright. I still have my camera. And all of my treats, though. So I think we might have a shot. I also have a bunch of inventory slots, so maybe I'll be fine. How good can I sneak around these guys? Nope, not that good. I was hoping to take their stuff. Mine! Ow! Up, up, up! That's fine. Let me pick up these weapons and stuff. I can always use more things. And if there's supplies in these barrels and stuff, I want to see that too. Anything in there? Gotta know. Nice. Ah, I should have let him cook. I'm a dummy. Nice. I gotta see if there's anything in this one now, too. Ah, that one was empty, it looks like. Mute. Reminds me of cooking meat in Monster Hunter. Come on, honey. Pushing stuff is hard. Let's see if there's something in this box. Ooh, mushrooms. Ooh, a toasted Endura shroom. Nice. Toasted mushrooms, that sounds good to me, actually. Let's see if there's something in this one as well. Sortable shelf, we'll be back. Okay. Close enough, I guess. Roasted wild berry. Roasted bananas. And baked palm fruit. Nice. I have food. I only lost 1 heart so far, but I have food. Anything else useful in this forest room? Let's lift rocks and see. Not that one. Nope. Mute. Cook the rock. Rocks are tasty. I don't need to cook the rock. I don't... Okay, there's one more rock. Anything under this rock? Nope. Alright, let's head out then. Next trial. Da, 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 da. Mute. Salt is a tasty rock. None of those were salt rocks. Alright, we have a slightly more advanced camp here. Mute. See if you can find the next salt. Salt. I'm being pretty quiet, and this is some pretty tall grass, so hopefully these little men won't see me. Yet. This fire guy is just running laps. Unfortunate. Yeah, whatever. Basic little men. I have your stuff now. Ow. Alright. They're not dropping guts. Coming for you. Alright, it's literally just the slime now. Ow. We got a little set on fire, but it's okay. Mute. That's hot, boy. Toasty boy. You're a Echo. This isn't bloodstained. Salt and everything. Mute. You got guts, monsters. Too bad. We gotta eat them. We are not eating everything. Alright, so we have plenty of bows, but no arrows yet. Oh, there's arrows. We had exactly one arrow. Now we have exactly 6 arrows. Let's see if we can hit both of the strings. Nope. And it's gone. Alright, well I got a couple arrows back at least. Yay, more arrows! Mute. Just a bit burned. It's fine. Who doesn't like some roast Thailand? Vera Echo. I hear bird scars are in these days. You know, as you do. How we doing? 10 arrows. 2 bows. A bunch of wooden stuff. I think I'll stick with the axe just for now. I don't want to, like, break my good stuff yet. My good stuff. I want to try not to use, like, too many resources that can run out. Hence my sudden love of explosions.
Yep.
Come here, buddy. Nice. Mute says, who doesn't love explosions? Those choo-choo sir didn't. Mute. Mr. Torg would be proud. I'll pretend I understand that. Gotta check under the rocks. You never know when there might be like a helpful bug inside of one. Viera Pecco. Torg is from Borderlands. He is the macho explodey guy. Okay, I am not that familiar with Borderlands. I have absorbed little bits and pieces of it through osmosis, and that's about it. Mute. He's a walking explosion meme. There is really nothing under any of these rocks. If this was a Steam game, there would be an achievement for looking under all of the rocks in this room specifically. Probably. Checked under all the rocks. Nope. Mute. Achievement unlocked. Don't you have anything better to do? Looked under all the rocks. No, I do not. This is casual Breath of the Wild. That means I'm going to pick up every rock. Startable Shelf says, hello, have I missed anything? We have started the Trials of the Sword. And we took on a very advanced little gremlin camp. I don't know how long this goes. But we're here now. Nobody's here. Go away. Mute. We tried to eat roasted rocks, or at least I did. Ozzy said it was a bad idea. You can't eat rocks in this game! How far in will it roll? Alright, buddy. Give me your stick.
Yep.
Ah, jeez. They have special arrows. hoping to drop that. Ah, he killed me. Mute. But now I have all these teeth to get to the Tooth Fairy. I'm gonna be rich. Oh, that guy looks so indignant when you took that sword. Oh my gosh. That's my stick. I have nothing else, you meanie. Wow, he took a lot of health. Jeez. Well, I'm not wearing any armor. There's no armor to wear. Alright, let's see where it puts me. Ah. It's like, well, you failed. Alright, let's try doing, like, the Korok trials instead. Because I clearly don't have enough health for sword trials. Vera Pecco. Oh crap, now armor matter. There is no armor in the Trials of the Master Sword. Southwest Forest, Second Sight. Northwest Forest, Pilgrimage. Eastern Forest, Wood. Sortable shelf. Dang it, it just boots you out. You're clearly not prepared, obviously. God, I bet you have to do it all again, too. Frog! Aww. Zelda would have wanted me to eat that. Tasty fruity. Oh, mushrooms. So far, I've just gone around a tree. Which is fine, I guess, but isn't taking me anywhere. Alright, which trial is this? One of them. Hi! Going alone? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, you're Mr. Hero, right? You're gonna do the Korok trial, yes, yes? I knew it. I'd like to ask you a favor then. My little Oki just now set off to do the Korok trial. Normally I'd go along too, but Oki insisted on going alone. I let him go, but while I'm getting worried, could you please follow him without being seen? I want to be sure nothing bad happens. Sure, if I can find him to begin with. Legend of Zelda, the Phantom Pain. Dang it, where'd the little nerd go? Okay, he's up there. Can I just, like, eat the flowers by themselves? No. to cook it with something. Do I have anything I can just eat? Probably not. Okay, that's haste, energy, electricity resistance. Metal Gear Breath of the Wild. Dragonborn, you won't just eat the flowers? Wimp. I wish I could just eat the flowers. Your Echo. Dragonborn eats everything, learns poison. You know, as one does. Halfway, huh? Mute. Stop with the beeping. I'm losing my mind. God, I think there was like a comic or like a short animation about that. Where Link went on purpose into a battle with low health and annoyed Ganon with the health beat. And he's like, you hear that, don't you? And Link's like, hear what? Huh, he didn't see me. At least Navi only said hey every once in a while. Listen, it's a shrine and we're going to it. And we gotta keep an eye on this little man. This isn't so bad. I'm not scared one bit. You, still not as bad as Fee. Hey, you will respect Fee in this house. Okay, I'm a little bit scared. Aw, don't worry, buddy. Your old pal Majora's Mask is here to help you. Where'd he go? Almost there. To speed up a tiny bit. Oh god. You'll leave that child alone. Alright, I see it. Oh, I made it! Sortable Shelf. I don't know anything about Fee since I didn't play Skyward Sword. Mute. She was okay, but I don't need her to stop my game to tell me the batteries are lower to point out the obvious again. Do you see this big door? There's an 80% chance it's a boss door. You mean like the last 4 boss doors? Vera Pecco. Navi's biggest problem is that she had the bluntness and simplified info of a car navigator. And like a car navigator, got mad if you dared to go the wrong way. Gotta love it. I don't know, I like Fee. I thought she was cute. She's just worried about you. Yay, I made it! I finished the trial. What? Who's there? Hey, are you that hero guy? You know, Mr. Hero? Guess what, Mr. Hero? I did the trial all by myself. Aren't I brave? Oh, yeah, you're probably here for the shrine. The Great Deku Tree said that the monk's blessing is waiting in the shrine. Why don't you take a look? I will. Aw, aren't you a cute little thing? He didn't see me, and I didn't need to use, like, stealth up at all. Vera Pecco. At least Fee has the excuse of actually being a robot. She's a robot who lives in our Master Sword, and you will be nice to her. Oh, good. It's free because the trial is the friends you make along the way. I am Dog Chaka? Anyway, we've already proven our worth, so let's take our free thing and leave. After we get some nice orb. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Nice. Magic orbs. Need those. Sortable Shelf. Free shrine! Yeah, we only had to blow up one wolf. Mute. The real Master Sword was the friends we made along the way. Exactly! And she is our friend. Be nice. Mute. The goddesses. No, the sword is right there. Go pick it up. She is our friend. Okay. They laughed at me like little jerks. Little chuckling Koroks. That's fine, I needed to leave anyways. I'm all grown up now. If you want to go back to the shrine, just follow the flowers. They won't let you down. That's right, if you follow the flowers, you won't get lost. You did a great job on the trial. I was cool and composed the whole time. Sure you were, buddy. I'm glad. If you're a robot, where's the mute function? Be nice to Fee! She's just trying to help. Don't be rude. Lady. Oh. Oh, is there... Nope, never mind. That's just a rock like all the other rocks. Heck. Oh, hey! These respawned. That's nice. I already told her I know where to go! I'm just doing side quests! Be nice. She's just doing the thing that she's literally been told to do. Also, she's a good dancer, so be nice, or else. Yes! I can eat that later. Zelda would want me to. Are you ready? Hey, hero guy, I was told you'd be coming. But do you really think you're ready for the test of wood? Some say it's the hardest of Korok trials. It's not complicated. All you need to do is equip this Korok weapon set and reach the shrine at the back of the area. Are you ready? I'm ready. Alright, go get him. You have to keep the sword, bow, and shield equipped the whole time. If they break or you unequip them, you're out. Sortable shelf. I forgot that Feed was also in Hyrule Warriors, which I actually played. Alright, so we can't break our things. All you have to do is reach the shrine in the back of the area. Off you go. The test of wood. Sortable shelf. Still need the definitive edition. Okay. Bombs will be our friend. Let's get the shield specifically, perhaps. Bruce has the best hairstyle in all the Zelda games. My god, it's raining apples and arrows. Get up, get up, get up. Up, Link, up. refuse to be bullied by octopi. I had a stealth food the whole time. I'm dumb. Where's my... There's my bunches of apples. Let me just shove it into my mask. Aw, man, does sinking in the... Okay, that doesn't disqualify me. Does it? Ah, dang, I'm back at the start. So rude. Viera Pecco, eat food. I did eat food, but I sank and died. Looks like my other progress was kept at least. Viera Pecco when you shove food so hard into your face. It's delicious. Gotta eat it. There's so much swamp everywhere. Stupid off drugs. How am I supposed to get through here exactly? Well, it'd be great to glide, but I can't when there's stuff shooting at me from way into the forest. Shh. Nope, no cheating at the top of the trees. No going outside the fences, Link. Is he gonna tell on me for cheating? I'll never give up. He's like, did you get lost? Yeah, lost. That's the word for it. Game won't let me cheat.
Yup.
both got launched there. Idiots.
Yup.
Ah, good, you exploded into monster parts.
Yup.
Oh, I see. This is happening over there. Nice. Monies.
Yup.
Let us wait for that to no longer be on fire. Perhaps. That's right. Murasaki, I'm sure walking on the burning patch of land will be fine. It's not. Anyway, we passed the test. If you ever want to do the trial again, let me know. See you! Yeah, bye, nerd. Vera Pecco is amused by goal! Alright. Let me in. Let me in! Ooh, fun. I can throw sword beams. If I'm good. I'm not dope. Do I get to keep all the wooden stuff? Oh, that's hilarious. I am no longer in the trial, so that's allowed. Nice. Yeah. Oh. Don't mind if I do. Alright, open up. Give me orb. Yes, yes. Orb. Put the orb in my chest. Mew. Yay! Yay! Murasaki, orb me. Vera Pecco. Yeah, orbs! The orbs. Please, return them to me. Is there a way to get out safely, or should I just, like... Who knows? Who knows? I don't. Alright, let's just mess around in the mist. Let's just do that. Don't laugh at me, Koroks. Don't laugh at me, Koroks. Alright, so, cool, I get more stuff, I guess. And now I gotta go find the last trial. Which I'm gonna guess is, like, this way? I'll be able to get part of my stamina wheel back. That'll be nice. I already have a board. Do I have a picture of Laura? That was the question. On everyone's mind. I do. Okay, never mind. We're good. Everything. Mute. Mocking Korok laughter. Don't mock me, Koroks. This just went in a circle again. Did it go in a circle? It feels like it did. Yeah, it did. Thank you, Koroks. Very cool. Alright, so I got the eastern one, and one of the western ones. So I guess I got the last one. trial and the wood trial. Hey, can you, like, refresh me? Trial of Second Sight in the southwest. Okay. Garapeko is peace and tranquility dancing at me for some reason. Could you perhaps elaborate on your peace and tranquility dance? I also would like to have peace and tranquility. Southwest, southwest. Ah, okay. It's not like it all. So I gotta find the other West trial. Which I don't know where that is because Koroks are bad at directions, as it turns out. And it's not like my map is very helpful. Is it over that way? Is that what I'm looking for? Is there like a branching path off this the way that I need? Pet branching path, because I'm in the forest! Lost that frog. What you doing up there, pal? Okay, good. A Hylian seeks to attempt the Korok trial. Is that allowed? Who cares? We're here to attempt the Korok trial, of course. You really want to try it? I guess it was worth asking after all. Let me tell you about the trial. All you need to do is keep going and not get lost in the mist. Easy, right? You don't look very excited. But don't worry, I've got a cryptic hint for you. The hungry trees will show you the way. Spy their iron to wed the day. Didn't I make that sound cool? Think about that as you take on the trial. I guess I have to make turns when I see a tree with a boulder in its mouth. Nope, wrong way. Hungry trees, hungry trees. That just means I'm on the right path. This is gonna be the hardest one, really. Hungry trees. Hungry trees. Ah, there's a hungry tree with a boulder in its mouth. There's another one up there. Is using magnesis to spot them easier probably cheating? Yes. Do I care? No. Feed me the aged shield guarded by monsters eternal. My brother will repay you in kind. I beat y'all up. Be dead. Nice. Mute. It says trial of second sight. This is your second sight, I guess. I guess they're expecting me to cheat. Aw, fun! Got a treat. It's not cheating, you're just bending the rules. Yeah, okay. Please place the chest in my mouth. The shield eater's brother stole it from me. That's hilarious. We're getting into like tree drama. Mute. Hey, we gotta kill Ganon and save the world. We can't always be honorable. Sometimes we have to be sneaky. No! Come here, fish! No! That was not what I wanted. Probably gonna drop that second Korok leaf, honestly. You know, like disguising ourselves, entering a place we're not supposed to. Yeah, okay. Oh, something's happening. Was that the shrine the whole time? I guess so. Wait, it wasn't this place? Heck, where is it? Is it further in? Oh boy. Nope, 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 I'm safe. Leave me alone. Don't at me. Oh, it's behind the thing. I'm a dummy. I'm a foolish fool. Look at all the free shrines we're getting today. Yay! Give me free stuff, please. Kun Sidaj's blessing. Thanks, give me it. Give me the blessing, dang it. Yeah! More cores. Oh. That sure was trials. Dun-na-na-na-na. Sortable shelf. Free shrine. It's free shrine estate. We can almost get both of our stamina wheels back that we had to sacrifice. Just to get the master sword. Okay, they weren't full wheels. They were chunks. Still. Still. Anything else around here? Mayhaps. Nope. It's fine, we did all the trials. Congratulations, you completed my crawl trial. I hope you found something nice in the shrine. I did. It's very good. Thanks, little man. Great. I guess I can go talk to the little man who's like, trials! Yeah, I beat all of them. Amazing! You finished all of the trials? That's amazing, you're so cool. Ah, I know that look. You want me to give you something since you visited all the places, don't you? I guess I have no choice. I'll give you my treasured item. Ah, mushrooms for me. Try eating a dish cooked with that. It'll soothe all your aches and pains, and then some. I'm not pulling your branch here. Try it yourself. Thanks, pal. apples. Nice. Oh, what does the big hardy truffle do? Years of going unpicked have allowed this hardy truffle to grow quite large. It's chock full of nutrients and cooked into a dish. It will increase your max hearts. Oh, nice. Vera Pecco. Yeah! Finish trials! Yeah! Mute. So just the Master Sword trial then, right? Vera Pecco, you finished the trial version. Now you have to pay us real monies. No. As for doing the Master Sword trial, I don't know if I'm good enough at game to quite do that yet. So perhaps later when we have more hearts and stamina. Because all of like this stuff that I'm carrying basically doesn't matter. That's a good shield, what the heck. Sortable shelf. Hardy truffles are extremely useful when it comes to cooking. Good, good. Sortable shelf. I use them a lot if I need some really good cooked food for healing. Cooked food. Maybe I should cook something. Stuff that increases hearts. I only have one hardy bass. Meat and mushrooms, how about? Hearty steamed meat. Full recovery and 9 extra hearts. Nice. That's pretty good. Vera Pecco stocks up on huge food for Thunderblight Cannon. We're not going to talk about that. Okay. Me. I should cook. Me. Makes one thing and then leaves. That's so much hearts. Goodness gracious. Okay. So, that's done. Alright. I know a place where I can guarantee bloopies for this little guy's quest. So let's... Or like, sort of. They're there quite often. Also, I need more fairies because I'm dumb. And I die a lot. Actually, I haven't died that much, but I do end up in a lot of scraps. There's also a goddess statue here, so I could at least get more stamina. Hey, little guy. Yes. Keep old picture, but I need you for something completely different, so let's go. I'm way over here. See, I'm going this way. Not even touching you. Okay. Sneak up and get some fairies. There's so many of them right now. Goodness gracious. That's like 4 fairies. Oh, perspective tricked me. One more. I would like one more anyway. Nice. Woo! Also, free carrots. Yeah. A bunch more silent princesses. Don't mind if I do. Chadrov says hello. Hello. Welcome to Extremely Casual Breath of the Wild stream. Hope you enjoy your stay. Please observe the rules and we'll have a great time. Alright, let's go turn in that bloopy quest. Chatteroff, nice mask you have there. Thanks, it's terrifying. Chatteroff kind of reminds me of descending into madness. You know, as you do when you have a spooky mask on your face. Ah, I didn't turn in my orbs. Well, alright, little bloopy friend, I got your bloopy pictures. Where are you? It was Peaks, right? Peaks! Peaks likes to run around in here, I think. Yeah, you! Did you bring it for me? Yep, here's your picture. Look at him, isn't he cute? Wait a minute! Is that a real bloopy? Wow, it's even more beautiful than Peaks imagined. Thanks so much, Mr. Hero. Now I'm content. And here's the thank you gifts. Peaks did not forget. Oh, wow. Why are you loaded? You're a forest creature. Here, they dropped rupees if you're... Oh man, I'm so glad I got to see something cool. Peaks is so happy right now. Ah, Peaks, you're a precious little creature. Legendary rabbit trial. God, okay. Alright. Can probably delete that one safely. worried about others, though. Sheesh. I still have to find so many memory spots. Sorry. You were right there, little man. Nope, nope, yeah, that's the right one. Okay. Okay, let's get at least one chunk of stamina back. Let go of the statue, go grab it. Sure is rain. Come here. Darn lizard. Stamina. Yes. Grease running about like a little creature. Yeah! Perform more actions before getting tired. I want that in real life. Good job, being careful. Free apples! Chatter off. Stamina comes in coffee mugs, that's the thing. I don't like how coffee tastes though, so... that ain't happening. Alright, let's see. Chatter off. Slander. I don't like coffee. I like tea alright, but... I like how coffee smells, but I do not like how it tastes. Murasaki agrees with me. Let's see. I mean, I'm sure there's shrines I'm missing all over the place. There you are. There's the third maze. Okay, what do I have pinned? What's over here? Why is this pinned? Let's find out. Murasaki. Same hat! Yes! Same coffee sniffing hat. Aw, Lab Zero, why are you streaming now, Lab Zero? I say that like I've been popping in it all. I haven't. I don't want indivisible spoilers from people who beat the game in like 2 days. Servable shelf. I've never tried coffee. It smells good though. It can be very bitter. So that's part of why I'm not a fan of it. It's always like, oh, if you want to wake up with all the caffeines, you gotta drink bitter coffees. And it's like, I would prefer not to. But oh, we found a monster house. It's empty though. No one's here. Mute also is not a coffee fan. See, it's not that weird. Did I beat these guys up recently? I don't think I did. Let's see what's in this box. And the soda box. Ooh, roasted acorns. And a baked apple. My brother says I have childish taste buds. And I'm like, no, I just don't want to put myself through that every morning before my brain stops registering taste, like some people. Yeah, that's fair. These guys like their acorns. Are they hamsters? Well, that just sort of fell, didn't it? This is not working for the little barrel. Catch your friend on fire. I want to see what's inside. Nothing. And... some more nothing. I love it. Mute. Oh, you get used to the taste eventually. So you admit it tastes absolutely awful and you only enjoy it because you've developed a dependency on it and no longer taste it. There are some strong feelings about coffee tonight. Goodness gracious. Startable shelf. I looked up Luigi's Mansion 3. It looks like some people have the game already. There's a 57-minute video of gameplay. Thankfully, I did not get spoiled. Mute on strong coffee feelings. Sorry. Oh, no worries. It's honestly just kind of funny to me. It's like, suddenly, major coffee opinions. There's some rocks we can eat. Mute. Look, your salt is here. It came out because of how much you were talking about coffee. It was like, don't like coffee, I see. Okay. Technically, it's safe to let go. Nice. Mute. My cat says hi. Hi, Mute's cat. Mute. She has decided she wants to sleep in the laundry hamper. That's cats. That's just how they be. Oh, there must be a shrine on the other side of this thing that I saw. Or something. Okay. Alright. Startable shelf, free coffee. Seems like a thing you either really love or really hate. Careful. Startable shelf. I've met tons of people that love coffee.
Yep.
Got one. Whoa. Come back here, you freaking drumsticks. Alright, these are just pushable. Will something happen if I push them all? Find out now. Startable shelf. Again, re-coffee. Maybe at some point I'll try it. You do you, man. forgot there is an easier way to go up. Work smarter, not harder, baby. See. Stone Talus Jr. What about this is Junior, exactly? I see you're stuck like an idiot. I'm the idiot now. Dummy. You can't climb, you're a rock. Hey, that's not gonna work. Nope, I'm... Sortable shelf. Stone Talus Jr.? Wait, what? Yeah, I don't get it either, man. You Shadow of the Colossus time. Yeah, sure, if I could actually do the thing. Ow! And now climbing is no longer an option. Great. Gets up too fast. Ah! All the wrong buttons all the time. Turtle shelf. That moment when it rains at the worst possible time. That's all the time in this game, alright? Sheesh. I am not landing any of these. I'm mad about it. boy in amber. I don't think so, buddy. There we go. Alright. A little too high up that time. Come on, up, up, up. Go. He just jumps back up too quick for me to, like, really do any serious damage, which is unfortunate. Okay. Alright. Dang it. There we go. What a great shot. At least the rain stopped. Ah, missed. Me and this rock boy are at an impasse. Mute, exploiting the AI and the environment. Woo! You know, as you do. Actually, we're not really at an impasse because I'm winning. Sortable Shelf suddenly takes a picture of a hostile stone talus. Look, I'm not gonna get a better opportunity than this, okay? Only really possible is this one. Ah, missed. That junior thing is still throwing me. Oh my god. All of the wrong rolls. Vera Becco. It is him, Stone Talus Jr. He's like Bowser Jr. except he's rocks. Wait, that doesn't make no sense. There we go. Decent hit, finally. Vera Pecco. It's my favorite Stone Talus sequel. Alright, that bounced right off it. Wow. That would have been beautiful if it had hit. Sortable Shell. Also thinks Stone Talus Jr. is really weird. I don't remember seeing any juniors. I don't know. Startable Shelf. Is there a difference? I don't think anything here is. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with this junior moniker is either. There we go. Oh my god. Whatever, I'm gonna get the rocks. Now that it's actually safe to climb down. Ow! It's not safe! It's not safe! Oh god, Link, get up! Link, get up, you foolish boy. Ah! I thought I clipped into him for a second. Thank you, Mifo!
It is my pleasure.
I no longer have the high ground, Anakin. Explode into many rocks that I can sell, please. Oh, that's a bunch of amber. And a couple rubies. Nice. It is the son of Stone Talus. Don't judge rocks for having kids. I'm not judging the rocks for having children. I just don't remember ever seeing a junior before. That's all. Vieira Pecco. I think it's just flavor, although there are some similarly named Hinox that are part of a quest. Weird. Weird junior monsters coming out of nowhere. Whatever, time for more rocks. Startable Shelf. I wonder if there's a Stone Talus Senior. Perhaps. Boy. Okay. Fine, just explode. Lots of salt. Amber. Ooh, oh, that's nice. Startable Shelf. Apparently there is. Amazing. The whole Stone Talus family. Startable Shelf. I was just kidding! Here's a video game rule. You cannot joke about anything. You just can't, dude. Topaz, Sapphire, Amber, and Steven? Okay. Vieira Pecco. You can't joke about anything. Welcome to Videos Game. You cannot joke about anything. You just cannot. Alright, it's getting a little chilly up here, so let's slap that on. If it gets any colder, we can put on the warm doublet as well. Ah, I see it. The shrine. And also possibly something up there, it looks like. Slide over here first, because I see some stuff I can mess with. Which is fun. Hey, it's just rocks. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? You know what? Never mind the shrine. I gotta go see that. I can climb back up. It's no big deal. I have a shrine right down there. What am I doing? Being a dummy is what? Oh, thanks for telling me all about bottomless bogs. Oh god, why is it the flower shrine? Oh, Jiminy frickin' Christmas. What is it? What is it? What is it? It's glowy and bright. What is it? Can I? No. Okay, it's fine. We got a star fragment. Oh yeah. That's the first one I've ever even seen, actually. I don't think we really ran into them when Vera Pekka was playing. Vera Pekka, nice. Okay, back to the dueling peaks. Leave me alone, jerk. Alright, fine, you asked for this. Don't at me. Startable shelf. Oh gosh, we're back here. Don't worry about it. We got away. No, wrong. It's a wooden sword, so it shouldn't conduct electricity quite as much. That's right. I know science. Stupid geese. Right, shrine. That away. Guardians. Guardians, horses. Okay, if I stay out of range, I'll be fine. Just gotta stay way out of range. Don't at me. Don't at me. One day I'll actually do like real horse quests and get horses. That is not this day. It's just a lot of flint. I'm a little sad, but alright. It's fine. Can't win them all with rocks. Oh, jeez, there's so many. Okay. As long as I keep moving, I'll be fine. Oh god, there's more. I hate this. Okay, fairies, it's fine. Don't freaking at me! Nothing stops these guys. Cernable shelf. Oh shoot! Murasaki, stop adding us. Didn't ask for this. Stop chasing me! Go away! Oh my... Really? Dude. Oh no! No, no, no. Sontal Senior is here, everybody. Well, we have a roasted iron shroom now, I guess. And some money. Maybe they can beat each other up. That would be just swell. Oh my god, all of my fairies, I'm so mad. Oh my god, are they actually fighting? Are they actually fighting? Are they gonna fight? No? Rude. Mute. Guess we found... Mute. Oh! Murasaki. Guess we found good old Papa Talus. Sortable shelf. Oh my gosh, what's going on? I'm dying is what's going on. Great. I have no fairies. Mifa's grace is on cooldown. Murasaki. The changeover from the Guardian theme to the Stone Talus theme was hilarious. Let's just eat that. Okay. It's fine. Good lord. That was awful. Hated every second of that. Yeah, go back in the earth. Junior on one side, senior on the other. I guess they're a family? Fear and Pekka when it is time to make a clutch play. Startable shelf. I saw a video of a Stone Talus and a Guardian fighting each other. It can happen, but it's rare. I don't want to fight any things right now. Jeez, to think that this happened because I took a detour for a star piece. Alrighty. Let's head on up, I suppose. I know, game, I know. Beep, 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 beep. Coming, dang it. Okay, it's just a goat. I'm like, oh, what fresh heck is this? Man, meat from goats isn't even that good. Oh, we almost have Rivali's scale back up, at least. Seriously, lost all my fairies. That's the part I'm most mad about. All of my fairies! I hate guardians. The waste. Oh, hello. Gimme. Give me a present. Give me a stinky, stinky present.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
Thanks, Falco. Let's pop one right now. Yeah. Give me it. Give me it. Give me treats. And now I'm gonna take both of these and leave. And by leave, I mean go to the shrine. Sheesh. And after all of that, I still have to do a regular trial. Is it another Count the Stars one? She Veneer. Okay, she. What are we doing? Twin memories. Oh, okay, they have to match, that's all. The shrines atop these peaks share a connection. Their memory, the answer to the other's question. Commit the memory before you start, lest a failure you will depart. God. How annoying. Okay. Okay, so, I'm actually gonna, like, draw up a grid here. Of this. No, this is not my Inktober drawing. I still need to do one, but I know what I have, what I want to do for it anyway. Okay, so we have rows of 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's a 5 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's 4 lines equals 5 slots. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 4, 2, 5. Okay, and then there's a second one. So I actually have to leave, I think. Oh, okay, there's like an elevator so I can take a screenshot or whatever. Ha, nerds. Haha, nerds. Treasures. Oh, a katana. And I can actually hold it. Alright. Let's go to the other shrine, wherever it is. And then we'll mark those ones and solve the first puzzle. Ah, it's down there. At least you can warp to a shrine once you've opened it. She Vanath shrine. Vanathan Veneer. So a lot of the shrine names are like anagrams of developers' names. I wonder if these guys were like related out of office as well, like actual relatives that both happen to be working on the game, or if they went in together, which would be cool and nice of them to do. All right. Got highly high for this trial. The shrines atop these peaks share a connection, their memory the answer to the other's question. Commit to memory before you start, lest a failure you depart. Okay, man. Okay, so this other one is 2, 3. Oh, but also one at the bottom here in 5. Third row is empty. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1. Okay. Vera Pecco. I always depart with failure. No, you don't. You succeed at things. Alright, so. Now let's start moving these around. So this needs to be 5. Who's cracking? This needs to be 3. We need something in 4 over here. This needs to be 1. And this needs to be 3. Oh? Do I have to do it the other way around? Do I have to flip it? Okay, 3, 1. 3, 1, 4, 2, 5. Does it have to be the other way around? Is it like a mirror? 4. No? What the heck, man? Okay. 3. 1. 4. Oh, is this one 3? Also, I guess this one is also 3. 3. Did I mess up like a fool? What am I doing wrong? 3, 1. Were they both 3? Pretty sure I got this one right in my notes. Hopefully it reset the orbs in there. Vera Becco, your bad thing says shrug. That's the wrong game. Vera Pecco, I actually remember this one being paid. Oh, I see. Hopefully the orbs reset. Wait, I didn't mess with them in here. Hopefully they reset in the other one. Yeah. I mean, at least we can warp between the two. Okay. 1. Okay, so 5. Ah, okay. It is in fact 2 and I marked it down wrong. 5 over here, 2 over there. 5, 2, 4, 1, 3. This room has to be empty. Who did the dishes? Okay, so this one works just fine. The other one's just being rude. That's all. Hey, buddy, tell your twin's shrine to stop being rude. Also, give me orb. Give me orb. I want orb in my soul. Thanks. Alright. I can just glide down to the other one. Okay, so 1. So 3, 1, 4, 2, 5. Please tell me it reset after my messing around. Okay, it looks like it did. Yeah. So. 3. 1. 4. 2. 5. That should work. I don't know why it didn't do it the first time, but okay. Maybe it just wanted me to go back and forth between them to make sure I hadn't like cheated and looked it up or something. Link. Dang it, Lonk. Dang it, Pennsylvania Lonk. Look at that treasure. Get it, nerd. Vera Pecco. Link. Whee! it, nerd. Ooh, a spear. Are you kidding me? A brand new weapon I've never seen before, and I can't even keep it. You know what? Heck off, fishing harpoon. I want a fancy spear. Give me it. Can't believe this. I go to Hestu for all that extra inventory space, and what happens? Garbage like this. I cannot even believe it. You're in the same pose and everything. How cute. An orb. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here with your dang twin shrines. Gosh, heck, darn. Oh boy. Okay. Is there anything else? I'm not sure there is. We don't have any pins. Ah, okay. Alright. You. Alright, so I cannot do that maze challenge in a single minute. I am not a speedrunner, nor do I claim to be. So, next week, we're going to go after the third maze and get the final piece of the barbarian set. Let's see where that takes us. But until then, I'd like to thank you all for popping in. If you guys are enjoying these streams, please consider donating to my Patreon if you can.
Grace is ready.
Thank you, Mifa. Very cool. $1 a month will get you access to stream-related art before it goes on other social media. $5 a month will let you vote on what I draw. And $10 a month will get you access to Photoshop files if process is your kind of thing. Thanks for coming. Take care of yourselves. Have a good rest of your evenings. Good night.